Frozen food feels simple. You buy it, bring it home, and throw it in the freezer. But that frozen pizza, bag of vegetables, or box of chicken nuggets only reaches you in good condition because a hidden system kept it cold the whole way. That system is called the cold chain, and if it breaks at the wrong moment, food can lose texture, lose quality, and in some cases become unsafe. Most people think frozen food becomes safe the moment it goes into a freezer. But that is not really how it works. Frozen food safety depends on a long relay race. Food is frozen, stored, moved, unloaded, displayed, purchased, transported again, and only then put into your home freezer. Every handoff matters. The cold chain is simply the system that keeps food at controlled low temperatures through all of those steps. If that control holds, the food stays stable. If temperatures rise too much for too long, the chain weakens. What the cold chain really is, the easiest way to understand the cold chain is to think of it as a temperature highway. Frozen food is not protected by one freezer. It is protected by many linked cold environments working together. First comes freezing at the plant. Then cold storage. Then refrigerated trucks or containers. Then warehouses. Then store freezers. Then the trip to your home. The system works because food does not get one dramatic temperature change. Instead, it is supposed to stay under controlled cold conditions at every stage. Codex guidance for quick frozen foods emphasizes cold chain management all the way through handling and distribution, and FDA transportation rules exist because food safety can be affected during transport, not just during production. Why freezing helps in the first place? Freezing protects food mainly by slowing everything down. At freezer temperatures, the movement of molecules slows and bacteria stop multiplying the way they do at warmer temperatures. USDA says food kept frozen at 0 degrees Fahrenheit stays safe, and CDC also recommends keeping freezers at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or below. But freezing is not magic. It does not reliably kill every microorganism. It mostly puts growth on pause. That means once food thaws, bacteria can become active again and start multiplying if the food spends time in the danger zone between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So the cold chain is really about keeping that pause in place until the food is ready to be cooked or safely thawed. Why fast freezing matters? Not all freezing is equal. Speed matters. One of the biggest breakthroughs in frozen food was the realization that rapid freezing damages food less than slow freezing. Clarence Birdseye noticed that food frozen quickly held its texture and flavor better because slow freezing creates larger ice crystals that can damage the food's structure. That is why modern frozen food is usually quick frozen rather than just slowly chilled down over a long period. This part matters because cold chain is not only about safety. It is also about quality. A frozen product that stays microbiologically stable can still turn mushy, dry, or unpleasant if freezing and storage are handled badly. A short history that changed everyday food. Frozen food became much more practical in the early 20th century because two major problems started getting solved. The first was quick freezing, which made products taste and feel better after thawing. The second was mobile refrigeration, which made it possible to transport temperature-sensitive food much farther than before. The National Inventors Hall of Fame credits Frederick McKinley Jones with inventing the first successful system for mobile refrigeration, which greatly expanded how far food could be shipped while staying cold. Put those two ideas together and frozen food stopped being a niche trick and started becoming an everyday retail system. That is why the cold chain is not just a warehouse topic. It changed what ordinary people could buy and keep at home. How the modern frozen food journey works. A typical frozen food journey starts at a processing facility. Food is prepared, packaged, and frozen quickly. After that it moves into cold storage, where the goal is not just cold enough, but consistently cold enough. From there it may go into refrigerated trucks, shipping containers, or other transport systems designed to keep temperatures stable. EFTA's sanitary transportation rules exist because safe food transport depends on clean equipment, proper temperature control, procedures, training, and records. Once the food reaches a distribution center or warehouse, it stays in frozen storage until it is sent onward to stores. Then it goes into retail freezers, where shoppers finally see it. The part most people notice lasts a few minutes in a grocery aisle. The part they do not notice may have taken days or weeks of controlled handling before that moment. Where the chain can break, cold chain failure does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is obvious, like a long power outage or a broken freezer. Sometimes it is subtle. A truck door stays open too long. A pallet waits on a loading dock. A store freezer struggles. A customer leaves frozen food in a cart too long, then makes another stop before going home. FDA advice for consumers says to pick up perishable foods last and take them straight home, because time at warmer temperatures matters. CDC also warns that bacteria can multiply rapidly in the danger zone, and USDA notes that once frozen food thaws, bacteria can become active again. So a cold chain break is not just food got a little less cold. It can mean the protection system stopped doing its job. What goes wrong first? Quality or safety? One of the most useful things viewers can learn is that quality problems and safety problems are not always the same thing. Quality often fails first. Slow freezing, poor packaging, air exposure, and temperature swings can lead to freezer burn, texture loss, discoloration, and a dry or icy surface. USDA says freezer burned areas are mainly a quality problem, not automatically a safety problem. In fact, USDA and FDA both note that food kept continuously frozen can remain safe for very long periods, even though quality declines over time. So if a frozen product tastes worse, that does not automatically mean it was dangerous. But if the product warmed enough to spend too long above safe cold temperatures, then safety becomes a real concern, not just taste or texture. What this means in daily life for most people, the final part of the cold chain is the only part they control. That means your habits matter. Buy frozen food near the end of shopping. Get it home quickly. Keep your freezer at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or below. If your appliance does not clearly show the temperature, CDC says an appliance thermometer is a good idea. Defrost safely, not on the counter. FDA says the safe ways to thaw are in the refrigerator, in cold water, or in the microwave, and food thawed in cold water or the microwave should be cooked right away. In other words, the home freezer is not separate from the cold chain. It is the final link, and it can still protect the food or undo some of the work that happened before. Myth versus reality. A common myth is that frozen food is automatically lower quality or less safe than fresh food. The reality is more interesting. Frozen food can be very stable and very safe when the system works properly. Another myth is that freezing kills everything. It usually does not. It mainly pauses bacterial growth. A third myth is that any ice crystals or freezer burn mean food is dangerous. Often they point more to quality damage than immediate safety danger. The real question is not whether the food was ever frozen. The real question is whether it stayed under proper control through freezing, storage, transport, retail, and home handling. That is why cold chain matters more than the frozen label itself. So when you open your freezer at home, you're looking at the end of a hidden system that started long before you got to the store. Frozen food stays safe because freezing slows bacterial growth, rapid freezing protects texture, refrigerated transport holds the line, warehouses and stores maintain control, and your own handling finishes the job. The cold chain is one of those everyday systems that people rarely notice until it fails. But once you understand it, frozen food looks less like a simple box or bag and more like the result of careful timing, engineering, and temperature control all the way from factory to freezer. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. Then tap the bell icon to turn on all notifications so you never miss any of our future videos.